Okay, in this video, I was just going to go over the components here. The components are basically they're small programs that's built into the website itself, and they actually provide most of the functionality. So, say for instance, if you wanted to control the contacts, right, and if you look on the front page of the website, or we have contact us, I have Mr. Evos and all of the information there. Well, if you wanted to control that, you can actually go into contacts, and you can really set this up by departments too. I just set it up as an individual. So you can set up as departments and then have people under the departments, or you can just set it up to just to where it go to one person. I also have a download manager in here, and this is where on the front page is what I'm using for the application process. And this is what manages this right here on the download manager. So you can always add, subtract, or do whatever you like. So that's you have that built into the back, so you can manage your downloads. And with the downloads, it's the same thing. It can be public, private, or just for administrators of the website. Then you have the events calendar here. Well, you have the editor manager. This right here you probably never use, but what it does is that when you create an article like I showed you before and it had the editor in there, uh, this is where you can go in there and configure that editor, because you may or may not want to show as many as options as is available, or you may want to show more that's not actually being shown. So that's where you go in there and actually manage the editor itself. And then you also have the event calendar. And the event calendar, actually, I'm going to select this one here and show you. On the event calendar, you can go in here, and this is where you can manage your calendars, manage your events, manage your categories. Like, so your categories could be like a category could be for birthdays, and actually give that category an image or a color. And if I'm not for sure, I think I put a couple of demo ones in there. I did. So it's like I put like, see, it's blue and it's for the holidays. This one's a birthday, and I put green. That's where you're able to go in there and set all of this up. On the events calendar, they can also be reoccurring events too. So um, if you have an event that's going to happen every Sunday, you can set it up to where it's going to be every Sunday. On the File Explorer, what this does is that it just gives you a direct link to where you can actually manage the files on your server. You won't have as near as many as files on this. It's just that I got a bunch of demo sites, but here's Pinewood, and when I go in here, I can actually manage everything there. So, for instance, if here's my downloads folders, my images folders, and I could actually just upload directly into any of these folders if I wanted to, just by going up at the very top and using the upload. Or I can download, delete, or whatever I want to do here. Search, reload. So that's what the file explorer is for. Then we have the property manager, and the property manager is pretty much is where you go in here to manage your properties. It's going to be for rent. So you can go in here, go to the property list, and you can add a new one, set perimeters, which is going to be globally. Here you can edit them or delete them. And but this is where you actually go in here and put all the information as far as features and so on like that. And then you have search, where you can actually search the your website itself if you're trying to find something specific. And that's just a quick overview is as far as the back end and the functionality that you have. It's a very dynamic site, and it will definitely it gives you all the tools so your company can really grow your site. There's no learning curve, and it saves money too, since you don't always have to have somebody else to do something for you. Okay, hope this helps.